Hello, good afternoon.
I'm sure you know there's plenty we'd like to ask you about. What would you like to talk about this lunchtime?
Honestly?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go.
Really? All right, I'll ask you about your captain then, Wayne Rooney. What's your take on what's happened to him over the last 2 or 3 days? What with England? He's not under your care, clearly, but is there a problem there?
Over the last 2-3 days, nothing happened. He trained like everybody else. He wants to play like everybody else. He's ready. What happened in the national team happened in the national team. I don't comment. My players, when they go to the national team, they belong to the national team. What happens there, for good, for bad, I don't interfere, and I don't like to comment. Sometimes they come back stronger than when they left us, because something good happens there, something positive for them, good performances, good results. Other times, injuries, sometimes big injuries. Other times, frustrations because they didn't play, because the result was bad. In this case, we know what didn't go well, but national team is a different chapter, and is a chapter that is closed now until, I think, March or end of February.
Is this the perfect game for you against Arsenal, bearing in mind your record against Arsene Wenger? I think it's only beaten you once in 15 encounters, hasn't it?
That's not important, really. I don't play against managers. It's my team that plays against other managers' teams. Some records are better than others. But in the end, a football match is an isolated event, nothing to do with what happened before, nothing to do with what can happen in the future. It's just one more match, and in one single moment I think about previous records.
The fact is, though, Jose, you have a fantastic record against Arsene Wenger, who is regarded as one of the best managers in the Premier League. You generally have a fantastic record in England. Are you surprised, therefore, how much criticism you have come under in recent days?
You know, the records, again, I repeat, the records against any other manager being good or bad is not important. For me, the only thing that matters is what you get globally as a team. Our team's results, our CV, if you want to go in that direction. And in the Premier League, and going just to the Premier League, tomorrow is a match between the two managers with the best record in the Premier League. Sir Alex Ferguson is not here anymore. And tomorrow, I think between the two managers, we are speaking about, I think, 6 or 7 Premier League titles, I think. I'm not sure. I have 3. I think Mr. Wenger has 3 or 4, I don't know. But we are speaking about the two managers with the best record in the Premier League. Do that mean that we should be respected, even in periods where our results are not the best? I think Mr. Wenger has that respect from all of you. I don't think I have, especially because my last Premier League title was 18 months ago, was not 18 years ago, was 18 months ago. So I don't think I get that respect, but to be honest, it's not because of that I sleep better or not so good. I just follow my way, because I want to win a 9th championship and I want to win the 4th Premier League.
Do you want to do that here? There's been a lot of speculation about...
Yeah. Exactly. I am in the club where I want to be. That's so simple as that. When I was sacked at Chelsea, I was not in trouble. I had lots of offers. I don't speak about them because it's a question of principle, but I had lots of offers. I could be working 1 week after. I could be working immediately after left Chelsea. I could be working in some of the biggest clubs in Europe. And I waited for the chance of work in a club where I wanted to be, so I am in the club I want to be. I was champion in 4 different clubs: Porto, Real Madrid, Inter and Chelsea. And I want to be champion in every club I work, which is quite a nice record if I can do that. So I want to do that at Manchester United, yes.
With that in mind then, Jose, does a win in this fixture force people maybe to respect you in that respect? Does it put you one step nearer maybe?
Why? What a game makes a difference? I don't think it makes a difference. I don't think it makes a difference. You know? A victory doesn't make a difference, I think.
Just given the gap that maybe, if you weren't to win, that may be between yourselves and the top of the table.
You know, I want to win at Man United, and I didn't sign a 1-year contract. I signed a 3-year contract.
Jose, can I ask about Chris Smalling and Luke Shaw? There's a lot of headlines about them.
No, Chris Smalling, you cannot ask. You cannot ask because you have your sources, you trust your sources, you believe in your sources, you write what your sources tells you, and you did that for 15 days. So now you are not going to ask me to comment on your sources' information. So Chris Smalling, I don't comment. You have your trustful relationship with your sources, and you wrote, you spoke, you comment, you criticize. So that's fine for me. I don't say a word about Chris Smalling. I don't say a word about Chris Smalling. You have your sources. You trust your sources. You do the big headlines with your sources. And now I'm not interested in comment on that. Luke Shaw, I can comment, yes. He worked well in this period where we had a very small group, which is not the best, but he worked really well. He's ready to play. I don't have any problem with him. I'm not saying he plays or he doesn't play tomorrow. I'm saying that is my player. He's a young player with potential. He's a young player like every young player with little problems, with things that needs to learn, with things that needs to improve. But he's a player of my confidence. And playing now in 2 weeks, playing 5 matches like we are going to do in 3 different competitions, for sure he is going to play.